Hey guys, welcome back. It's Tiff for another Monday's video, and this is segment 3 in the collaboration with Kristen Van Valkenburg, and you can check her channel out in the description because she's going to be creating with the items that I sent her. So let's talk about Tiff just ripping that page in half right quick, okay? So sometimes you just have to go in and do things very quickly so you don't have the opportunity to talk yourself out of it, okay? And so if you are familiar with the 100-day project, I swore a few years ago that I would never do that mess again because about a day 75ish or so, Tiff gets to cussing, okay? And so I said I would never do it again. Well, never say never, because I started telling myself I was giving myself an excuse because really I'm working from home now. Why can't I spend some time being creative for 100 days? So there is a website, I think it's the 100dayproject.org, if you want to know more about that project. But the theme that I am using is cardboard. So I'm going to do 100 days of something with cardboard, okay? And so that is why I decided to rip that page directly in half and just go for it. And then if you do not have a long-handled stapler, y'all, it is everything, okay? That long-handled stapler, it just is so useful, and it's only like $12, $14, something like that on Amazon, and I've got it linked below if you want to get yourself a long handle stapler, but it makes adding stuff very easy. So again, this is using Bite My Palette, which is the palette of Kristen, that I have all of these great papers that she sent me, and that scary glitter that I just tossed to the side. Oh, I'm going to talk myself into using it, a little morsel of that as a sneak peek today. And so I am just really collaging, using some of the vintage papers, using some of the messy giblet papers that I have around in my stash. I'm just using it to get that energy down. If you are new to my channel, I do not go into it with a plan at all. I just really have learned to listen to my gut and to be super intuitive with my movements. And I just trust that it will come out some type of way and everything is going to be the way it should be. So if you did notice in the beginning, I did fussy cut a little bit just around that scallop border, thinking that it would make a debut in today's page. And well, my intuition had another idea and it did not flow with that. So I am going to put that back in my bag so that I can use that potentially at a later date. But I did want to go in with that beautiful, beautiful crinkly teal colored glitter paper that Kristen sent me, and I decided to take a nail buffing block because y'all, I don't have any. I know I have some. Let me rephrase that. Tiffany can't find her cardboard. I mean, not her cardboard. Heavens to Betsy, I can't even talk this morning. I cannot find my sanding block or my sandpaper. So guess what I do have? Y'all know I like to keep my nails looking fly, so I do have a nail buffing block. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use that to buff it up a little bit. And now that coffee is instant coffee that I'm using. And the reason I'm using the instant coffee is because that grungy cardboard brownish color kind of lends very similarly to the tones of coffee. So I thought, okay, I could use that. And when I'm talking this through with you guys, I'm not really thinking about this in my head at the moment. I just like to explain why I make the decisions that I make, so that it hopefully is beneficial to someone else. So I'm taking that coffee and kind of using it to play around with that the color scheme of that cardboard. And then, y'all, this is I ain't even joking with y'all. I did grab this little morsel of painted paper that somehow or another landed in my garbage, and I saw it out of the corner of my eye. And then here, this was a really unexpected thing that happened. But the paper, that thick like paper, copy paper that Kristen sent, it started to tear just a little bit. And me being me, I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I love the texture of torn paper, so let's pull it on up a little bit more. And so that is really going to give a really cool little feature, I feel like, to this page that was really unexpected. So I surprise myself a lot of times that stuff actually even comes out halfway looking some type of way, because y'all, I don't know sometimes how it comes to be, but it does. And then I will also say that I like to move very quickly. I feel like when I'm moving quickly, there's no opportunity for my mind to talk me out of making the bold moves that my work is kind of known for. So I created that little hole over there in the side from the cardboard to the paper, and it actually was merely by accident. But when I saw it, I thought, oh, this is a really cool opportunity to add another fun feature of texture, and that is going to be taking this golden color of DMC floss and a needle, and I'm just going to go back and forth, very erratic and non-even at all. Wherever that needle happens to land is where I'm going to poke the hole, and I'm going to go through there, and I'm just going to allow it. Now, I have been known to poke through with the awl to kind of help out when it comes to cardboard, because it is a little heavy. The problem with that is that it's more like even and thought out, whereas this, when you poke it, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? So I really love how fabrics and cardboards and threads and all of the things play into a piece. And so I've really found myself over the years of creating just leaning into and harnessing that creativity. So I wanted to stay true to that, even though I'm using the beautiful palette that Kristen sent. And I will also say, I don't know if I talked about it, but I did use a little bit of white gesso just to kind of push back a little bit. And here is that glitter. Y'all, I didn't use but just the tiniest giblet of glitter. But look at there, Kristen. Look at there, y'all. I'm using some glitter. Are y'all proud? I'm proud, okay? So I'm like, Tiffany, that thing's so small, you might as well lift that off. But I was like, nope, I'm going to use it. And then I also found that I could tear that glitter piece. So I think I may actually use that maybe in my next piece. Who knows? I fly by the seat of my pants. So, and then that hot pink, I just liked having that one little pop of hot pink. I thought it was pretty cool. So what I am going to do is I am going to find some words, and I'm going to create a little hidden, I don't know, is a little secret message. A little secret message spot under this tear. And I'm going to staple it back just a little bit so that you can really see just the edge of a word. And then I'm going to write out secret soul message, and then I'm going to put a few arrows up so that if you were taking a peek into my journal, or when I go back and look at this later, I can then know to like peek up into that little tear that I had and find that message. And that is one of the benefits, I feel like, of being super intuitive when you create, is you allow great things like this to happen. So again, I thank you so much for being here on this beautiful Monday. I am so excited to be using all of the things that Kristen sent me. Please make sure that you go out, check her channel out, and give her a like and a subscribe. I love it so much. And until next time, y'all, toodaloo!